What's going on YouTube? Nathan from the Fitting Bay, welcome to the channel. Today we're looking at the Kenwood DMX8018s double din head unit. We've retrofitted it into this Land-cruiser Prado. If your Land-cruiser looks a little bit different to this, you've got the smaller screen at the top and the head unit is at the bottom. It's actually a double din relocation kit, and so all this panel is new and you need to remount, take the vents out of the old panel, put them in. These panels here come off and go on, so it's a relocation kit that you can get. Today we're just going to be looking at the head unit and its features, so let's turn the car on. So first thing, we see the Kenwood splash screen. You get your warning and it brings you right into the radio screen. So we'll turn that down a bit. We've retrofitted the steering wheel control module as well, so you can see all of those working. So if we press our home screen, it brings us to our main user interface. It's nothing special, none of the head units really are, but it does have some cool little features you can play with and change around as well. In the settings, you'd be able to play with a lot more as well. So the main thing you would use this unit for is Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. It is pretty cool that it has Waze. You do need to use your phone, so if we press Waze, you do need to connect your smartphone for that to work, but it does work. WebLink, which we won't use. Bluetooth, Spotify, which will work through Bluetooth audio, iPod, which runs via USB, USB input, AV input, audio settings, standby will turn the unit into standby mode, and of course, settings. So there is a fair few settings you can play with. You've got the display settings, clock, color, wallpaper customization, viewing angle. This will change the lighting on the screen. Security, you can set a code for the unit, so when you start the car you need to put a code in, just like on your mobile. Camera, so we've actually retrofitted the factory camera into this unit, so if we pop the car into reverse, the genuine camera has been retrofitted into the unit. The good thing about the Kenwood units is it's actually got a reverse camera input, a front camera input, and also a dash camera input. So Kenwood also sell their own dash camera. So basically you can mount that on the windscreen, power it up at the back, it plugs in to the dash camera port as well as the AV port for dash camera, and you can actually view the dash camera on the head unit itself and go through the files. So it's pretty cool. Steering remote controller, this is settings, so you don't need to play with that stuff, especially if you've got a plug and play module like we did. And AV settings, so TV tuner control and all that sort of stuff. So the unit does not have TV, but more than likely you'd be able to buy a TV tuner module and use that. Alright, so let's plug in our mobile phone. Alright guys, so the main features of this unit is Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. They do work the same way, but I've only got an iPhone, so I'll show you Apple CarPlay. We've plugged in our USB to the USB port. We just plug in our lightning connector to our phone, and straight away we see the Apple CarPlay icon. We unlock our phone and there we go, boot it up. So now we can put down our phone and we've got Apple CarPlay. So you've got phone, music, maps, messages, now playing. Home will return back to the Kenwood home screen. Podcasts, Audible, Waze, WhatsApp, and iHeartRadio. So with phone,
who do you want to call?
You can tell Siri who you want to call, or go through your recent contacts, keypad, and voicemail. Music will bring it up just like it is on your phone, with playlists, artists, albums, genres, music, and downloaded music. Maps, just like on your phone.
Where would you like to go?
You can tell Siri exactly where you want to go with a specific address. You can even say, take me to the nearest petrol station, and she'll do that.
Want to hear and read messages or create a new one?
Messages works purely through voice, so you can't actually text, but you can talk and it will turn it into text. And it's pretty straightforward. So Carplay is a very, very new, awesome feature which everyone loves. And this unit is capable of that. It also does Android Auto, like I said, but we don't have an Android phone to show you. And so now things do look a little bit different with our Carplay plugged in, or our iPhone plugged in. So when you press phone, it will take you right into phone and Carplay. If you don't have your phone connected, so I'm just going to unplug that quickly, and we press phone, you can still go through your contacts and all that sort of stuff, and it does it via Bluetooth. So you don't always have to have the phone plugged in, but it is better because of your Carplay. The unit does not have onboard navigation, but it does have an external GPS antenna, which we've mounted nice and high behind the dash. And so what that does is when you're driving, you're not relying on just the phone for your GPS reception in maps. You've actually got an external antenna helping boost that reception as well. Now the screen, the 7-inch screen is capacitive touch. So it's glass, just like your phone. This is much better. So some of the cheaper Pioneer units, all the brands have units with resistive touch screens, which are just the touch panel overlay. But a lot of the brands also have capacitive. So if you can get a unit like this, which is an affordable budget unit with Carplay and Android Auto and capacitive touch, and it has your camera inputs, and it has AV inputs and the dash camera input, it has everything that you want and need. It looks good and it works well. It is a mechless unit, so you cannot put CD DVD in here. They do have a unit which is exactly the same with a CD DVD player, but for most people these days you don't need it. And so that's it, guys. We've gone through all of the features of the unit. You've seen how it all works. Everything makes sense. Like I said, capacitive touch. This unit has everything you want. It is a budget unit. It's a little bit cheaper because they've released newer models now, and it is a mechless unit, but seriously, you can't go wrong with this. You go into audio, you've got all of these equalizers. They really haven't missed the mark on this unit. It's fantastic. There's ATT button, so if we're in the car, turn it up. We can very quickly just turn it down. Right. So thank you for watching, everybody.